Welcome back to This Fairy Tale Life. I'm doing a Disneyland Resort haul from my 2026 summer trip. We were just there for 4 days with extended family. I'm also doing a Disney trip Q&A chat about the trip and answering some of your questions. I put out a little Q&A on Instagram stories to just see what you guys wanted to hear about, so I will be answering some of those questions. If you watch the video all the way to the end, I have a little tip on the most underrated thing in my park bag, and I will talk a little bit more about that. Be sure to subscribe if you love this kind of content. I'm going to start with Odora's Chic Boutique. So whenever I'm shopping in the actual parks, I try really hard to get the things that I want like right then and there, because I know like going back to it is going to be really hard. So I forced myself. I had my backpack this day, so it was a little easier to carry merch. Sometimes I just don't like to buy stuff because I have the Loungefly. But at Odora's, I got the Tiana's Food, Bringing Folks Together oven mitts. And I just thought they were so cute. And I couldn't resist because I feel like we still have our Christmas set out and I didn't have a replacement. So I really needed these. Not to mention, every time I go to this chic boutique, I'm like wishing that I bought all the things, and I still regret some of the things I didn't get. So these were precious. On that same note, we love to go to the World of Sweets in DTD in downtown Disney. And every time I like want to bring something home from there. Last time I did matching aprons and it was so fun. And we got like rainbow Mickey measuring cups, and that was actually really fun too. So this time, again, still needing these oven mitts. I got a really good texturized, like rubbery, so these are just going to be easy to grip onto everything, set. And these are the Disney Treats collection, which are so cute. There's like Mickey ears on all the treats. This is a collection that I'm interested in doing some kind of merch with myself, like handmade. I love the Disney Treats collection. While we were there, we of course had to get the iconic lollipop. My daughter also got the round one. And I have noticed in the parks, in numerous shops in the parks, they have the little Mickey shaped plastic covers for the round ones, which is ingenious because I remember wrapping hers with like wipes and tissue paper trying to salvage it, and it ended up being disgusting and I had to throw it away when she was little. So it's really cool that they invented that little nifty case for the lollipops, because these are not a one-time sit and eat situation, as we all know. This trip, I thought I'm going to get into pin trading. Now, granted, I didn't do any trading, but I did start getting a little mini collection together. We love to go to the World of Disney on our resort day, like the day that we have off, where we were just like hanging out and shopping downtown Disney and doing other things there. And while we were at it, we went to the World of Disney, and this is where I got this lanyard. So this is a pin lanyard and it's princess themed and it's so cute. Let me show you the other side. It has Ariel and Eric and Beauty and the Beast and like all the princes and princesses on it. And it says Disney Pins, which is super cute. I'm planning on, it says it's reversible. Yeah, so you can have like the princess and prince side, or you can have this pretty like just like floral design. I loved it. So this is what I'm going to be putting my pins on. On that note, my daughter got this pin board in a Mickey shape, and it just like sits on this cute stand that says Disney Pins. Trying to think where we got this. We got this in the parks. So darling. So she's gonna pin. It also has like a hanging feature, and obviously it's not that big, so she has her own lanyard, and we could probably pin on another just plain cork board that's like cute next to it, because as the collection grows. Or the pin bags. I'm interested in getting one of those too. While we're talking about pins, I got the Disney Princess pastries because I couldn't resist. I'm like all about packaging, in case you haven't realized that in my videos. This is so pretty, and I'm keeping this box. So this is the Macaron, Princess Macaron series, and it's a blind bag. So I enjoyed, the surprise element of this. Now, I got two. It comes with two. I ended up getting the Mulan pin, macaron pin, which I thought was really pretty. I actually love Mulan. I love Japanese culture, so that was exciting for me. And I also got the Tiana. And this one, I love this green and brown. I think it's really pretty. So I was actually thrilled. I have to say I'm more of like a pink and purple kind of gal. So I probably will try and get a couple more of these. So those are two pins that I got. And then I couldn't help myself because the teacups are my favorite ride. And so I ended up getting Mickey and her bestie, Daisy, in a teacup spinning around. And that's like my other pin from the trip. Willow my daughter, got Ariel and Flounder. And this was super cute. That was like, I think the only princess. Oh no, she ended up doing an Alice pin, a Disneyland Starbucks. So that one's really cute. It looks like it's got the train and a hat. The 2026 Mickey and Friends pin that's very colorful. I think it rotates. Yeah, and it rotates. That'll be nice so she can remember the trip year. Gifted to her, she got Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas set. Jack and Sally and all the characters from that. She was Sally for Halloween, so this is like, she's really into this. And she was wearing her Sally ears with her Haunted Mansion top over the trip, which was fun. She also got a 2-pack, The Nightmare Before Christmas. This was a blind pack. So this was super cute. And I love the surprise element of these surprise pin packs. These were the options, and she ended up getting Jack and Sally. So that was like perfect. She really wanted those. She did the Haunted Mansion. That was like our theme. We wore a bunch of matching shirts for the Haunted Mansion. And we had a really cool experience. I was going to share this really quick. So our whole group of 8 had matching Haunted Mansion tops and like ears. And we were wearing like little Victorian chokers and all the things. So we were kind of decked out Haunted Mansion. And we asked the cast member that was greeting everyone to take a picture of us over by the mansion. And we got this beautiful picture. If you ask cast members to take pictures for you, they take amazing pictures for free. While he was taking the pictures, he realized, oh my gosh, like this family's all about the Haunted Mansion. I'm gonna make their day. And we didn't have lightning passes or anything. So all of a sudden he's like, come with me. Right after he took the picture, he's like, come on into the mansion and you can just ride you'll be the next people on the ride. And they just moved us ahead in the lightning lanes and just put us right in on the ride. It was the coolest thing. Definitely ask cast members for help for pictures and whatnot, because you never know if they're gonna style you and like make your day. This is the Haunted Mansion blind box. So this is mystery pin set, and it has like a bunch of just ghosts. These are all ghosts. So she ended up getting these 3. She liked the Dead Bride, and that one's cool. He's a little bit funky. I don't know. So moving from pins to buttons. So I'm sure all of you know this by now. And if you don't, great. You go to Disneyland in any store, almost every store, and on Main Street in Town Square, you can get buttons, celebrational buttons, and it says, I'm celebrating, and sometimes it'll say other things, or it won't say anything at all and just have a Mickey shape on there. So we went to downtown Disney and on Father's Day and had a lovely time. And so I wore a pin that said, I'm celebrating my husband. So this was for Father's Day. He wore a pin that said, a button that said, I'm celebrating Father's Day. And my daughter wore a button that said, I'm celebrating my dad. And it was just really fun to have this extra thing. I loved wearing the button. My husband, not so much. My daughter loved it too. While we were downtown Disney, Star Wars Trading Post is doing the cutest new little pop-up situation. You can get a Galactic ID, as a Star Wars character. You can be a stormtrooper. I have a whole reel on this if you want to watch it. A TIE jet fighter. You can be a Jedi Knight. You can be a stormtrooper, a bounty hunter. There's like so many different characters that you can be. And so you pick it out. So you go in this little booth and you get to pick out what character you're going to be. And then you get this awesome ID, and it's translucent. It's translucent and it's super hard. It's like a very thick, nice ID. So it looks like it should be like on a little stand. That's how nice it is. I did Bounty Hunter, which was really fun. Again, you can see like a cool reel that I did about this. So it has better pictures. But mine, I forgot to take my mini ears off. So I'm like wearing my mini ears. But I actually kind of thought that was fitting because I am just a happy-go-lucky little bounty hunter. A little mouse-obsessed bounty hunter. But I will find you. I will find you. So this is super cute. It says, Title Bounty Hunter, Status Active, issued by Bounty Hunters Guild. Okay. And then the back is just clear. And then it has a cute little Star Wars logo on the top right. Can you see that? Overall, this was a win-win. This was like $15. I was the only one that got one in my family. But after I showed it to everyone, they were like, oh my gosh, they were wowed. And they were wanting one, I could tell. So next trip, we'll probably all get them. One thing that I love with the magic bands, I've talked a lot about this in my packing and prep videos, is for the 70th celebration, all over the parks, they have these kiosks, and you can go and you can print like the cutest things. So sometimes it's just like making Autopia sounds. Like I have a whole thing on the Autopia sounds that they make. Sometimes it's flashing lights, like the Fantasyland one, just like the Mad Hatter pops up and Mr. Toad pops up and he's riding in his little car. The Golden Horseshoe, this one was in Frontierland and it was super cute and it popped up. I think it gave us like 3 different ones. Disneyland Railroad, and then it says our special 70th anniversary guest on the back. And they're like these nice cards. First class fare. This one says the Golden Horseshoe review. And in the back it says 70 years of rootin' tootin' fun. House rules. No spittin', no cussin', no drinking, no gambling, no shooting. And wipe your boots. Agreed by our special 70th anniversary guest. Like, how cute is this? Over by the Jungle Cruise in Adventureland, there's Jungle Navigation Company river boats. And on the back, Mekong Maiden, no transferable ticket. Our special 70th anniversary guest. Admission 1 VIP tour, the world famous Jungle Cruise. So cute. Look at this. Riverboat. So it just lets you use your magic band to scan it, like, I think just like once per day, obviously, or they'll run out. And then the Mark Twain Riverboat. The Disneyland map was super cute this year. Kids Rule Summer. You know how they had the summer passes, and I think kids were getting in for like $50 if they were 9 and under. Unfortunately, my daughter's a little too old for that, so that didn't work. The new exciting thing about Disneyland of 2026 summer is that this guy is there. And I have a ton of footage with him. He was making quite an exciting show in Galaxy's Edge, let me tell you. So I love that he's on the front. Of course, I'm sad that this got bent because it was in my park bag. This is my first time buying postcards when I was at Disney. And you can send mail from Disneyland. I did not do that, but that would be a really sweet thing to do, especially like for grandparents or something. So this is the happiest place on earth, Disneyland. And then I got one that just like classic and pretty Disneyland castle. I couldn't resist in one of the stores in Adventureland. I don't remember the name of it. I got a Disneyland license plate because I'm like, let's just fly my freak flag. Like, I don't even care. I'm a Disney adult. I admit it. So this is what I got. It says Disneyland 70 and it has the castle and just these pretty designs and like, it just looks very royal. And D70. This is going on the SUV. Like this is going on the main family car. I'm sorry. You will have to drive in it. My husband likes to get hats at Disney. So he got this at the Haunted Mansion store, which was really cute with Jack. and Oogie Boogie. So this was a cute one. I like how it's like distressed, like kind of faded charcoal. Like that's, I always save the orbs from Batu because this is just so fun. They're like, be careful with those. Be careful with those. You might explode. And I was like, what are you talking about? And then I realized, oh yeah, these are like explosives. I forgot. So those are cute. And then my daughter got her first popcorn bucket, and it's for 70th celebration. Oh, there's popcorn in there. I'm gonna eat some of that still. It's like a day old. And it has this super cute Chip 'n Dale like open back. That's how you get in there. And the strap is really pretty too. That's Mickey and Friends on there. And this pretty turquoise color. And it says Disneyland 70th. So that was really fun. It has Pluto, Donald, and Sweet Mickey 70th. So this is super fun. We'll probably bring it every time we come to the parks because I'm definitely not going to buy those every time. The last thing, I have been eyeing these at Marshall's actually. Like there's always like a Mickey shaped citrus earring or something from Bobble Bar. So I saw this in the stores, World of Disney, and I wanted it so bad. So these little lemon Mickey ears are so cute. I love like a bold Disney earring. So this was perfect. And that is the Disney haul from this trip. I almost bought that like iconic viral pink sweatshirt that has like a huge Mickey patch and it says Disneyland in the colorful font. It was so cute and I forgot to grab it. So I might be purchasing that on Shop Disney just because I miss it already. I also forgot to get a Disney trip ornament, which is like a family tradition, just because we were like caught up in like making sure we were doing everything with the family and running around. And it was just a lot different than when we travel, just the three of us. So I missed out on a couple things that I normally would do. So I will go on Amazon and shop like a cheaper ornament. At least I don't have to spend $30 on it this time, and find one that says 2026, like family trip or something that's iconic and like represents our trip. Probably Haunted Mansion theme would be the smartest thing to do, since that was like the theme of all of our shirts and like how we kind of came together. So now I'm going to share with you, now I'd like to talk about the trip Q&A style. Let's chat about Disneyland in the summer of 2026. One question somebody had for me from my stories was, what were the lines like in the summer of 2026? And they were amazing. Okay, so I've been watching online and people are like, oh, so what's different about this summer? Like, why is it so good? My answer is the World Cup's going on. The economy is a little rough right now for people. So blowing money at Disneyland is not top priority. I'm not really sure, but I felt like our first day, which was a Monday, was like barely, I mean, there were lines obviously, but I just didn't feel smushed. I didn't feel like, ugh, you get that afternoon like irritation. Like that never happened to me. And the ride lines, we were very strategic, granted, in how we went about our day. Like I always rope drop and do all the crazy things in the morning. I've got plenty of reels about that. I don't know. I just didn't feel it. But then we took a resort day on Tuesday, and then we went back to the parks on Wednesday. And Wednesday felt like there were a lot more people and the temperature had gone up like 5 degrees. And so I was feeling that. It was like 80 or something. And I was definitely feeling like people were around, but it was not like summertime crazy. You're smushed. You can't get through. There's traffic, in Adventureland. Like I just wasn't feeling that. So definitely noticed a big change. It was very nice. I was also asked like what to eat. My family's favorite like new thing is eating the Bengal barbecue kebabs. So they have like a rice platter. So it's like you get a dollop of rice and sauce, and a little like sauteed veggies, but it's like cabbage. It's very yummy. And then 2 kebabs. And so I get the pork kebab that has vegetables, and then the chicken teriyaki one. And that's $20, and that's actually a really nice meal. And then we also get the kebabs individual. So there's like the Bengal beef, and then there's the chicken or the pork one. And they all have like a delicious sauce. And so we eat those, and then it's right next to like a great snack area. And so we get the big pickles, and I love to get the veggies and ranch, and we like strawberries and Nutella. And we get those, and we kind of like eat kebabs and those snacks in the afternoon too. And that just helps with like keeping the protein up and like having a healthy snack. We love to get like a swirled strawberry and pineapple swirled Dole Whip at Tropical Hideaway, and watch like the Jungle Cruise, and we just kind of chill. So those are like things that we love doing. I love to get a Dole Whip while watching a tiki show or while going to the Enchanted Tiki Room. But, you know, I also love to just get a Dole Whip whenever I can. We ate at the Red Rose Tavern, and I feel like the food's like meh, you know, like it's easy. The kids love their little kids burgers. I actually order my daughter 2 of the kids burger meals because it's the same price as like a regular hamburger. That way she can just get her little cheeseburger, and it's not like the fancier ones that they do, like the provincial or whatever. So that worked out. Wasn't the best, but you know, it's quick food. She tried the rainbow like mousse cake dessert thing that they have. Wasn't a big fan. We made reservations for the Blue Bayou 60 days out and had a decadent, wonderful time in there. Luckily, because Pirates was reopening actually today, we missed that unfortunately, but they did take the walls down and all the scaffolding and all the things. So our Blue Bayou experience felt a little bit like a sneak peek into Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean. So that was special for us. We were so happy the walls were down. We enjoyed mint juleps. Everyone ate steak and gumbo and crab cakes and all the things. It was delicious. Monte Cristos. And that was just like AC, dark room, Pirates Mist. It's such a great way to like take a long break in the middle of summer. We love to get the red salt popcorn in Batu. Alien Pizza Planet, absolutely 100% love that pizza, and getting a soda, and we just kick back. So that was actually a good lunch too for one of the days. I'm going to reveal the most underrated thing in my park bag, which you probably wouldn't guess it, but it's actually the phone lanyard. This is a dream. Okay, I wore this almost the whole time. Probably looked like a big old dork, but it clips into my phone because it comes with this little attachment to the phone that you put in your case. And then your phone just dangles from this. It's adjustable. It's super easy. You just pull these cords and it adjusts so you can do it while you're wearing it. You just like pull it back and forth. So it's great if you're like just walking and you don't want to worry about putting your phone away constantly and trying to find your phone to take pictures and videos really quick. I love this when I'm filming a ride, like I'll wrap it around my wrist and then I can film and I don't have to worry about losing stuff, losing my phone, dropping it, whatnot. So this is the most underrated thing in my park bag. So that's the most underrated thing in my park bag that I highly recommend that you get for your next trip. Okay, one more Q&A situation. They said, where did you stay? We stayed at the Camelot this year. And I have to say the Camelot was sweet, but it's definitely one of those hotels that's like, okay, you're just kind of like plopping down on the pillow. It's pretty nice. It had a really cute castle, like landscape painting in the background behind the TV. And it had pretty like headboards that were tufted and purple and whatnot. So it kind of felt pretty inside. The Pool was on the 4th floor and had a great view of the fireworks. I took videos of that. You'll get to see. I definitely enjoyed watching that on days that I wasn't in the parks. But the pool was very dated and it was only 3.5 feet. So that was like, we had fun playing Marco Polo as a family and sitting in the jacuzzi, but there was much more to be desired. So it's just one of those Harbor Boulevard hotels that is easy access to the parks. It took us 4.5 minutes to get to the entrance of Disneyland. Piece of cake. We loved it for that. Thanks for being here, and I hope you had fun.